Greetings, and welcome back to JT on the Go. Today we are flying around the 5 towns of Italy's Cinque Terre. The Cinque Terre means the 5 lands in Italian. Each town is similar but different by the charms each of them hold. Without further ado, let's get started. Riomaggiore will be our first town we are exploring. All towns that we will be flying around in this video look similar to this. Riomaggiore is the southernmost of the Cinque Terre towns. The town is known for its colorful houses, harbor, hiking trails, and focaccia. The region this town sits on is where focaccia originates. They come in multiple flavors and are a great snack when hiking the trails. The bridge on the top of the town appears to be a road bridge. All the streets in these 5 towns are pedestrian friendly, so it's rare to see cars on them. However, trucks and vans serve each town depending on the day. This is how supplies are delivered to towns. Riomaggiore has one of the easiest hiking trails between the 5 towns. We will talk about how these towns are connected a little later. North of Riomaggiore is Manarola. This one appears smaller than Riomaggiore by appearances. This town is popular for people that like to jump into the ocean off that rock that is below us. This is a great place to enjoy the local protected beach or get the urge to jump off the rocks. The Cinque Terre has a calm atmosphere that escapes the hectic pace of the big cities like Rome and Milan. Local businesses in these towns normally close by 10 p.m. Going back to the town being popular for people that like to jump off cliffs, I caught one person doing it. Nice. Manarola is also known for their sweet wine made in the region it sits in. It's time to talk about how to get around the 5 towns of the Cinque Terre. When looking to get around the Cinque Terre as a tourist, you have 3 options. If the seas of the Mediterranean are calm like this, then you can take the boat. They come hourly and they can stop at all towns in the Cinque Terre. If the seas are bad, then they won't run. If you are in physical shape, you can walk between the 5 towns. The hiking trails can take you to some of the scenic areas between each town and can be quite tough to navigate if you are not in shape. We were able to take the drone off in a narrow spot and fly around the trail. But if you fly around here, be aware of updrafts from the wind having to flow up and over the mountains. The last option is the train. The tracks were built in 1874. It was an engineering marvel by the design of the tunnels the trains have to get through to connect the 5 towns. They not only connect the 5 towns, but they connect the Cinque Terre to the modern world. The train that we see is the ETR 521, which I rode to Florence from Pisa. The trains bring me to my next town of Cornelia. Because the train station is outside the city, you either have to walk up a steep hill to get to it or you can just take a bus from the station to the town center. Cornelia is one of the towns that has a main road that goes through it. Cornelia is sitting on a hill. This is the only town that is not right on the water, but offers great views when up top. In the town's earlier years, it sat here to drive back Turkish pirates that tried to raid the town. Today, its position can give you a place to see the view. Besides it being the only town of the Cinque Terre not on the water, Cornelia is known for its extensive vineyards and production of the renowned Vernazza di Cornelia wine. There are small monorail trains capable of climbing the steep hills connecting the farms to the towns. Unlike Tuscany, where they are big in red wine, the Cinque Terre produces white wine. Grapes and olives are what are grown out here. This is Vernazza. Vernazza's harbor is the closest to being a natural harbor, being a beach neighbored by the town square. A big place in the town for tourists, and fishermen who come back after taking their boats out in the ocean to catch the fish in order to supply some of the restaurants in each town. A lot of the restaurants in the Cinque Terre serve fish. Fish, olives, and grapes are produced out here, just like the rest of Italy before the Columbian Exchange. The Columbian Exchange brought in many vegetables from the Americas into Europe, including tomatoes, which is how we know spaghetti and meatballs and pizza were created in Italy. Italians still love their olives, grapes, and fish. Here is the bell tower of Vernazza. The town also has a handful of restaurants that have romantic settings by the coast. Here's another thing that we didn't go into but saw it by drone instead. It's the town's Caso Belforte or loud screams, because in the 16th and 17th centuries, people used the tower to scan the coast for danger. When they see the Turks coming, they would yell to warn locals. It is a great place to take the view. The water on the Cinque Terre is a greenish-bluish color, very similar to swimming in the Caribbean. The towns are visited by those arriving by train or excursions from cruise ships. Our final town and the largest of the 5 is straight ahead. Monterosso has the type of beach that people would think of when they reference a beach. For the boats coming into the shallow waters, they put orange markers around the areas that have rocks so that the boats can remain clear of them. But even with the water being clear, people on the ground view can't see the rocks without coming into contact with them, but drones can see the shallow and deep parts. The square that is next to the beach is a great place for people watching and restaurants. There is a tunnel that connects the train station to the town, but there is more than what we first saw. This town is huge, and the main train station is put right in the middle. In the train stations in the Cinque Terre, it is important to take the proper precautions by staying behind the yellow line, because passenger and freight trains like that one will pass the station at high speeds. When most people think of Italy, they think of Rome because of the Colosseum and other ruins from the Roman Empire, Pisa because of the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and Venice because of its vast network of canals. But the Cinque Terre is a must-see when taking trips to Italy. It's like the Amalfi Coast outside of Naples, but the Cinque Terre is more remote than the Amalfi Coast. When the sun goes down like this, more people are out getting dinner and enjoying the weather because it's cooler than it is when the sun's out. Monterosso concludes our tour of the Cinque Terre. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video, comment, subscribe, and follow my Instagram account for more drone videos. This is JT on the Go signing off. See you next time.